Welcome to the final part of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. It's time to take on the King of Crocs himself, King K. Rool. Before getting into the actual boss fight, let's get into the awesome music of the boss fight. Look it up right now. The Donkey Kong Country final boss music. I don't know if it has an actual name. I don't care if it has an actual name. I just know what it sounds like. It's fun, catchy, epic and awesome all at the same time. Look it up. It's great. Trust me. Trust me, you'll love it. Now for the actual boss fight, which is also a lot of fun. It's well designed, it's good, it's a decent boss fight. Final boss fight. It's a good final boss fight. Here's the basic gist of it. First of all, you can only hit him when he tries to throw his crown at you, then you can jump on his exposed head. Then he starts doing a phase. Every phase has 3 phases, or 3 sub-phases. You hit him, he does that phase once. You hit him, he does that phase twice, with the second time being a bit harder. Then you hit him again and he does the phase 3 times, with the third time being a little harder than the second time, which was already a little harder than the first time. The first phase, for example, you hit him, he runs to the other side, you hit him, he runs to the other side, then he runs back a little faster, then you hit him, and then he runs to the other side, runs back a little faster, and then runs the first way again even faster. And in this phase he drops cannonballs at you. Second sub-phase he drops 2 rows of cannonballs at you. And the final sub-phase he drops 3 rows of cannonballs at you. This is the first row. Now they're coming back in the second row. You get the gist. It becomes really easy when you can read what he's gonna do. And you don't need to read what he's gonna do because I already told you just now. The first time though, you're probably gonna expect that you can jump on him after you already ran, and then he runs back a little faster and you didn't see it coming, and then you die. But we just beated him in a rather anticlimactic fashion. These credits are a bit weird. The end? Question mark. Oh shit, he's still alive! Boss fight continues with one more phase. This time he jumps, then he makes smaller jumps, then he makes even smaller jumps. By the way, if you were playing normal mode, not one player hero mode, you also get a free extra Kong after the fake credit sequence if you lost your other Kong during the first part of the boss fight. So that's nice. Isn't that nice? It's so nice. But now we are going to lightly tap on his head for one final time and he's dead for reals. Look, we even get a banana to signify that he is dead for reals. Also, this is where I edit in the normal credit sequence. Again, not one player hero mode credit sequence, because then you wouldn't get this, then you just get an uninteresting "Congratulations, you beat the game on one player hero mode, now go home." But in normal playing mode, you get this little cutscene, a little cutscene later, you get a nice credit roll of all the enemies and their names, and then you get a real credit roll of the actual developers and their names. It's nice. Also, one thing I forgot to edit in at the very beginning of this playthrough is that in the normal playing mode, not one player hero mode and not the Super Nintendo version, you actually get a little cutscene of how the Kremlings stole the bananas. Just a small little opening, this is why you need to get your ass moving cutscene. But now we have the enemy rolls, all misspelled with Mortal Kombat spelling. In the Super Nintendo version you get this as well, except it all took place in Donkey Kong's cabin, which really didn't make sense for some of the aquatic enemies, seeing how there's no water in Donkey Kong's cabin. But this is pretty much the end of Donkey Kong Country and my Donkey Kong Country Let's Play. I shall not be talking over the developers' credits, mostly because then you can hear the song, and also because I have nothing to say other than mispronouncing Japanese names. And after those credits we get a little endgame screen of our endgame percentage and our clearing time, and as much as I feel like yelling out woohoo, I will not. So my final thoughts on this game? Well, you've heard most of my thoughts throughout this game already, mostly in part 5. So to simply wrap things up, it's a great game. I grew up with it, I have nostalgia for it, but even if I didn't have nostalgia for it, it would still be a great game, because there are other games I have nostalgia for, and I'll admit those aren't always good games. If you are a fan of platformers, this is something I will definitely recommend. If you're not a fan of platformers, well, I will never recommend something that can very easily just not be your thing. And even if you're not a fan of platformers and watching this being interested in the game, I don't see a reason to stop you. The game isn't perfect, but to this day I still haven't found a game that is perfect. So that pretty much sums up all of that. In terms of the agenda, well, like I said before, I will be making a few non-commentary extra videos for this playthrough. And after that I will be doing a playthrough of Sonic the Hedgehog 1991 and the first Mega Man game. When those two are done, you can expect to see Super Mario Bros., the remake, the All-Stars version, not the original 8-bit version, but the updated 16-bit version. I think you know which version I mean by this point. And the very original Metroid. Until then, I am CrimsonAce, thank you for watching and have a great night.